Hi, I'm Mike the Cooking Guy. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you two really easy ways to cook pork chops. We're going to take and saute a whole pan of chops with a lot of garlic and olive oil till they're nice and browned. Then we're going to take half of those chops and we're going to smother them, half of those with red peppers and onions that have been sauteed in some garlic flavored oil. Wonderful. Serve it on a piece of bread, open-faced sandwich, dynamite. And the other way we're going to cook those chops is we're going to take those chops and put some cream of chicken soup and add some water to that until they're submerged and simmer them for a good hour or so until they're falling off the bone tender. They are wonderful. For today's project, you're going to need a red bell pepper and a white onion, which you'll find in the produce section of your grocery store. Over in the meat case, you'll notice the different meats are in different sections. You'll find these pork chops. You're going to want to get the thin cut, center cut pork loin chops with the bone. The bone has more flavor. You can get them boneless, but they won't taste as good as when you cook them with the bone. You're going to probably use 1 or 2 pork chops per person, so buy accordingly. You're going to have to cook those chops in some kind of oil. I like olive oil. There's other types of oil. Olive oil has got 0 trans fats, which is good. Gives real good flavor. You're going to want to get some garlic powder, which adds all that wonderful garlic flavor to your food, to your pork chops, and to the pepper and onion. It's just great. And you're going to need a little bit of salt. I like kosher salt for this type of cooking. Just sprinkle a few crystals on top of the chops, and then the crystals melt down. They cook real well. You could use table salt too. Then you're going to have a can of cream of chicken soup that you're going to take half of this pork chop and saute the pork chops in the soup, and they come up so tender. You can eat them with a fork. They just fall off the bone. They're just delicious. To remind you, you're going to find all these items at your local grocery store. You're going to find the red pepper and white onion over in the produce section. Go over to the meat case and you'll find these pork loin, center cut, thin with the bone. Bone gives the most flavor. You're going to cook 1 or 2 chops per person most likely, so buy accordingly. You're going to be cooking them in some kind of oil. I like the olive oil. It's very good for your health, 0 trans fats. You're going to need some garlic powder. For the intense flavor the garlic brings, both the peppers and onion and the pork chops. You're going to need some kind of salt. I prefer a kosher, coarse salt to sprinkle some in your chops and your peppers and onion. Just some. It cooks in well. And you're going to need a can of cream of chicken soup that you're going to saute half these pork chops in, and in the soup the pork chops cook down so tender, just wonderful.